go easier.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I like to set heart rate caps a lot in my own conditioning and those of the folks that I train. And I actually tend to be pretty conservative with the heart rate caps that I set. So I like doing, if I'm going to do some low and slow, long, steady conditioning, keeping my heart rate, below 135, something like that in the 120 to 130, 135 range, maybe getting up to 140. But even that, I might like back off a tiny bit to get a little lower than that. And that makes it so that I can do a fair amount and I feel completely fine afterwards with minimal residual fatigue. And then that's where I'll tend to notice kind of the least impact on other activities. Whereas if you feel like you should be doing high intensity intervals, definitely if you're doing truly high intensity intervals and pushing for 4 minutes on, that's very, very tiring if you're truly doing it, quote unquote, right. And I would expect to not feel awesome if I went to try to squat, certainly the same day after something like that at this level. So.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the things I hope that the research elucidates later is just the idea of like, all right, we're going to pair resistance training and conditioning work together in the same session, conditioning coming after the resistance training portion versus it being spread by like some amount of time. I know there's been a handful of investigations into this only with like equivocal results, but a lot of the methodology here is sus,
Yeah.
to use the term of the youth. So we'll see if stuff like that comes up, and then also identifying maybe like the best benchmarks for here's how much conditioning volume you're doing versus resistance training volume. Here's how you would, total training load and like, maybe some sort of general guidelines there. Maybe we'll do that. Who knows?
Sure.
Yeah, as long as we're just making stuff up anyway. So, all right.